Nebraska, the Great Plains of the United States, particularly the state of Nebraska, have once again been forced to confront the harsh reality of increasingly aggressive extreme weather. A high-energy supercell thunderstorm swept through the central and eastern corridors of the state, bringing a deadly combination of tornado-like winds and giant hailstones ranging from the size of baseballs to grapefruits. This terrifying event triggered massive structural damage to thousands of homes, destroyed commercial and private vehicle fleets, crippled the local hospitality sector, and threatened the agricultural industry that serves as the economic backbone of Nebraska. This phenomenon is recorded as one of the most destructive hail events in recent years in the Midwest, extending the region's grim record of dealing with hydrometeorological disasters. According to data compiled by the National Weather Service via NWS Omaha/Valley, the storm began to form due to the collision of warm, moist air from the Gulf of Mexico with a cold, high-speed jet stream from northern Canada. This extreme atmospheric instability created the ideal environment for the formation of massive cumulonimbus clouds with incredibly strong updrafts. The updraft speeds, estimated to exceed 160 kilometers per hour, were capable of suspending ice pellets inside the clouds for an extended duration. This allowed new layers of ice to freeze and accumulate on the original ice cores before gravity finally forced these monstrous hailstones to plunge to Earth. The weather catastrophe reached its peak toward the evening as the storm wall moved rapidly into the administrative boundaries of the City of Fremont and surrounding areas. Weather indicators from NWS Omaha/Valley radar instruments briefly captured early warning signals that the diameter of the ice forming in the air had reached a critical size. Within minutes after the city's emergency warning sirens wailed, the sky over Fremont turned pitch black, followed by a terrifying roaring sound that local residents described as resembling a barrage of heavy artillery or a war zone. Visual documentation uploaded by residents to various news platforms, including amateur clips on social media and information channels, showed the horrifying scene as massive hailstones began striking the ground at terminal velocities estimated to exceed 150 kilometers per hour. Sustained strong winds recorded at up to 82 miles per hour, approximately 131 kilometers per hour, acted as a horizontal propellant, turning the giant hailstones into lethal projectiles that did not just fall from above, but blasted diagonally into structures. One of the worst hit areas drawing public attention was a commercial and hotel complex in central Fremont. As reported by field correspondents via Fox Weather, all glass windows on the side of a hotel building directly facing the oncoming wind were shattered into pieces. Softball-sized hailstones penetrated thick layers of glass, hurtling into hotel rooms and forcing guests and staff to crawl on the floor to seek shelter in interior corridors and basements to avoid flying glass shards and direct hail impacts. The destructive impact of this hailstorm left an urban landscape resembling a post-disaster zone. Thousands of private vehicles parked in open spaces, both in residential areas and shopping centers, suffered total losses. Front and rear windshields were completely obliterated, leaving vehicle interiors drenched by rainwater and filled with piles of ice. The hoods, roofs, and side panels of cars were heavily pockmarked with deep dents caused by the kinetic energy of the giant ice. Fremont resident Dale Lincoln shared his bitter experience with local media outlet KLKN-TV regarding how his home was devastated in an instant. Showing his ruined roof, he explained that his new shingle roof had just been completed a day before the storm struck. The relentless pounding of grapefruit-sized hail shattered the new protective layer, collapsed ceilings, and caused severe flooding inside his house. Similar stories were echoed by small business owners, such as the local Mel's Diner, which was forced to close its doors after the building's roof breached, flooding the main dining area and destroying electronic equipment and business inventory. For many Nebraskans, this storm inflicted a severe psychological and financial blow. According to investigative follow-ups on the Fremont damage intensity, this region has been struck multiple times by similar phenomena within closely spaced extreme weather cycles. Some property owners admitted they had just received insurance claim payouts from a previous storm and were now facing the reality that their property was ruined again before the initial repairs could even be completed. This constant cycle of destruction raises deep concerns regarding a surge in property insurance premiums in Nebraska, which are already among the highest in the United States.